YouTube, what it do? What it do? I love this thing so much. Yo, y'all don't even understand how much this mic is just so crisp and just so clear. And it's just, Anyway, y'all can get it on Amazon. You feel me? It's a USB, portable USB mic. Um, Not too much, it's affordable. Here's the case, all that stuff. See what it comes in with. Um, but let's get to the video. Listen, man, Dante London has to be the biggest disappointment ever, man. I once believed in him, to be honest. I was like, yo, this guy is something else. He's entertaining, he's this, he's that. But listen, man, you're never gonna know a person until you actually see how they move. That's the best way. When I started to see that he just was quitting jobs left to right, he got a whole son, and yet he was only relying on YouTube as a main income. I was just like, yeah. He's just one of those talkers. You feel me? He just loved to hear himself talk, and then people just gonna feel bad for him, or like he gonna believe. Sorry, they're gonna believe what he say, and then that's really about it. But once you peep the BS, and you see that this guy is going from job to job, quitting jobs, all this sort of stuff, but yet he's married. You feel me? He even have a lot of control over his wife. His wife don't even post on her channel. It's like basically his way or no way. Yo, Dante, man, it's crazy. You gotta be more grateful, man, because let's just be real. Hannah is being a stepmom to your child. You feel me? Yes, y'all are married legally, but at the end of the day, his son belongs to him. You feel me? Like, we're not gonna play no games here to where it's like, oh, because I heard in the video, he was like, oh, like, I don't know if I want to do this YouTube thing, I'm a step away, like it's hard, to do it at times because, we got to take care of our child and all this sort of stuff. She has no experience when it comes down to birth at all. At all. You feel me? She has to learn these things because, again, hey, she signed up for it, but she willingly wanted to be a stepmother. You feel me? And it's the same thing that I did. I tried it out. I tried it out when I was like, I'm gone. You feel me? Like, no more. No more. After that drastic, crazy, I don't even want to talk about it. But I learned my lesson. You feel me? To never, ever do that. Like, the worst thing that you can that they could say to you, oh, I didn't ask you to be a step parent. I didn't ask you to do this. You feel me? Oh, you acted like you did something for my children. Hey, yo, that's all you gotta do, bro. But, yo, it's like a slap in the face. It's like feeding somebody something, right? And then they be like, this shit trash, bro. Like, I don't want this shit. But it's like, yo, aren't you grateful that you got something in your stomach? Like, yo, it's crazy. You gotta learn your lessons, man, from every experience that you go through. And with this whole Dante London thing, trying to keep an eye. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It just cut off. But getting down to this Dante London point that I'm trying to make. The point that I'm trying to make is that, yo, in his last video, he's talking about quitting YouTube, going back to a regular job, and all this sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, it's like how many jobs you quit. And now it's like, how do we know that you are serious, that you are going to take life seriously? You feel me? Because at the end of the day, you got a whole son to raise. You feel me? It's just a lot of things to where it's like, yo, we see the repetitive behavior over and over and over again, man. And it's just crazy. It's crazy because, yo, it's like, when are you going to realize that you cannot depend on YouTube as a full-time source of income? You have to manage the 9 to 5 lifestyle and the YouTube at the same time. It's just simple as that. I manage around like maybe 3 to 4 YouTube channels. I don't know how I do it, but yeah, it's very, very stressful. Don't get me wrong, but it's something that I want to do. Some I'm trying to get monetized, and others I'm not even trying to get monetized. To be honest, just like I post it, I get views, and that's really about it. But it's just crazy to me that this whole time, man, like he had that over 20-something thousand-dollar paycheck, and he was just going in. And this is the, like we gonna be taking over YouTube all year long and all this other stuff. But yet it's like, yo, you see how the Most High can humble you? Now it's like, yo, it's all that money. It basically left, since you go into a job that you don't want to work and shit like that, because eventually it's going to happen again to where it's like, oh, like, I'm telling you, because, yo, these bosses, it's not going to want this guy to record content. You feel me? Depending on what he does. See me, I can do it because, look, I'm by myself. You feel me? I am by myself. I have a dispatcher. I have managers and all that other stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm by myself, so I'm not limited with with not doing this. You feel me? But in his case, it's like, yo, you tell this guy that he cannot record, and that's where his money is coming from. But yeah, at the end of the day, it don't seem like it is much because you're going back to an ordinary job. You feel me? So it's like, which one is it? You got to balance both. But at the end of the day, the difference between a 9 to 5 job and YouTube is that you get a secure paycheck if you do the work every single week, depending on what you're doing. With YouTube, it's an up and down situation. If your numbers are not looking good, you're not going to be getting nothing. Or you're going to get chump change. That's why a lot of people, they just post things for views, or they get out of character for views, disregarding their integrity, I would say, because that's another thing. He, a long time ago, was like, oh, like, sometimes you got to give that up, like, you got to give up your morals and all this sort of stuff. And I'm just like, it ain't no way I would do that for some views. I'm telling you, not me. So like the biggest thing, if you don't have nothing ordinary and other than a 9 to 5, you have to keep your 9 to 5 job. You have to. If you don't want to do it, go search for something else, but do not leave until you actually find something else. You feel me? So, with Dante's situation, man, it looked like, honestly, he's just giving up. And he's just like, this YouTube shit not working out. I got a family to feed. Like, I'm married now. And I have a son and all this sort of stuff. So, it's like, damn, what the fuck am I going to do? Well, one thing you never should have done was actually get that big-ass damn truck with that big-ass note. With interest and shit, because I'm telling you, he should have just got that used ass fucking car, something that is a 2010 through a 2015. He would have been straight with no note. There's many things that you could have done. You could have went on Facebook Marketplace and search for a fucking car that is 3K, 4K, 5K. You would have been straight. Like, make sure it's maintained with no problems here and there. And that's it. Yo, that's exactly what I basically did. Yes, I did have to fix it up, and all that other stuff. But, yo, at least you could say that your car is yours and nobody is going to come and repo it when your ass is sleeping. You feel me? You don't have to worry about that note. you don't have to worry about the gas and all this sort of stuff. Um, I think the note comes. I think it's the note and insurance, if I'm correct. I never did a note, so I would never know. I would never know. You feel me? But he just need to get his shit together, man, because I'm telling you, no woman is going to deal with that, man, especially being a stepmother to a boy that is not even hers and all this sort of stuff. Yo, she going to get tired of this shit, or she going to get a divorce, or she just going to wind up cheating. It's just either or, because it's like, yo, because as right now, she ain't working either. So what's happening? She is dependent on him, and he is dependent on YouTube full time and shit like that. He loved to boast about YouTube full time and YouTube this, YouTube that, but at the end of the day, the reality is you need a job at the end of the day over this YouTube thing, because how the hell y'all going to eat and survive? I'm telling you, man, that's why, you pay attention to people's actions rather than words. I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm gone.